Hi, Money Mastery. What's Money Mastery mean to you in your business? What is Money Mastery to you in your business? More often than not, when I engage with business owners and when I first start out with the clients that I'm coaching, I come across, I guess, a level of understanding that is lower than expected. And what I mean by that is Money Mastery, generally speaking, is right, who do I need to pay at the end of the month? How much am I going to have to pay myself, and what's in the bank account? And if I was to ask you just to reflect for a moment in terms of the level of confidence that you have in finances within the business, the level of detailed knowledge you have in terms of being able to determine decisions going forward that are going to impact on the financial health of the business, where do you sit? What's the level of confidence? Or is it rather that when you start to think about and start to look into and look at money, and when you've got to go and do the invoicing, or you've got to do reconciliation, or you've got to have a chat with your bookkeeper or accountant, you start to feel anxious? Indeed, it may even be something that creates a level of fear. It may be that it creates high levels of stress. Well, in this article that supports this video this week, I want to talk really about money mastery and starting to understand the finances in your business to such a level that it actually leads towards a level of wealth mastery, where you start to understand the premise of money as a tool. Now, there's a litmus test here, because I often also hear people talk to me about, well, you know, it's not about the money, it's not about material wealth, and I don't disagree. I mean, whatever drives you drives you. I mean, that's absolutely down to yourself. But here's the interesting fact: if you do a litmus test in terms of actually, you know, let's say for instance you were jumping onto a plane to fly across to, you know, a destination in Europe or wherever, and the air hostess came down and very politely said, "Sir, you know, I hope you don't mind, but we're upgrading you to first class." Would you decline? And the answer is probably no. You'd probably jump at the opportunity. And what that means is actually that level of abundance is something that you would embrace. So here's the thing on money mastery: when you look at money in your business as a tool, you step away from that scarcity mindset. The definition that I tend to use with the owners I'm working with is money is an idea backed by confidence. Money is an idea backed by confidence. So if you think about that, the level of knowledge that you have in your business right now, what level of confidence does that give you in terms of the decisions that you make and the direction that you are taking the business? Do you feel confident in terms of you know, the financial growth of the business? Do you feel confident in investing in new areas? Do you feel confident in investing in marketing and investing in building and growing a team? And that's coming, and it will come, from a level of financial mastery, from a level of money mastery, where you understand your numbers to a much greater degree. But you know, all is not lost. I mean, the recognition that you need to dive into your numbers, and again, if you're watching this and there's kind of like there's a, you know, a realization that's where I am, then the article also offers you an insight as to do something about it. And so within the article, we offer 10 strategies, and let me just list those strategies. The first one, and the primary one, is to shift your money mindset. Now, the money mindset is something that is probably developed and you've, you know, got comfortable with it over years. So for instance, when I was growing up, I was told money doesn't grow on trees, that's too expensive, don't spend it all at once. And what I had, and I didn't realize, was effectively I had a poor money mindset. Whereas what we want to develop is a wealthy money mindset, one where we understand how money works, one where we can see money as a tool to increase and improve the revenues and the profits and the growth of the business, and indeed have a positive impact on your life and the life of those that you employ. So shifting your money mindset is the first step. I think getting to know your numbers is really, really important. You know, start to understand and dive into, you know, how the money works within your business. If you've ever watched Dragon's Den and that cringing moment when the dragons ask the budding entrepreneur, you know, what's your gross profit? Right now, do you know what your gross profit is? Do you know what your net profit is? Do you know what your variable and fixed expenses are? Do you have an understanding of, EBITDA? Do you know what your net profit is? And if the answer is no, get comfortable with the numbers. Set clear financial goals. Go out there and get really, really focused in terms of where it is you want to get to. And with that, what follows setting clear financial goals is then the ability to set budgets. Now, with this, when we're talking about setting budgets, we're actually then looking at setting up a cash flow forecast. Not overly complex, and actually really helps in understanding the numbers, because you set it up in a way in terms of inflow and outflow. What comes into the business, how much it's costing you to do that business, how much it's costing you open the doors to do business before you do business, and then how much you make as a result. And if you get a cash flow, and by all means reach out to me, I'll quite happily share a template for you to go out there and build a budget if you haven't done it before. And then looking at KPIs. KPIs is another key area to focus on. KPIs are the key performance indicators. What is it that you need to measure? We focus on 5 key areas: lead generation, conversion rate, average transaction, number of sales, and then margin. If you just took those 5 and start to measure it, the one thing I can assure you is you start to grow your business in the direction that you want and need to grow it. And then go forward, you've got the whole focus with regards to efficiencies. So constantly looking to review and renew what it is you do. And again, a great tip here is to dive into your profit and loss sheet and recognize that every line entry in your profit and loss is a managerial responsibility. There's a few others on the article, and I encourage you to dive into the article and have a look at it. I'm always happy to jump onto a call or to answer a question or a comment that you place on the back end of this video. But this video is really designed to wake you up. Now, if you're already doing it, I take my hat off to you. But I know the vast majority of business owners, just from experience over the years that I've been doing this, are just focused on what's in their bank account, what they need to pay, and can they pay themselves. Bottom line, stop it. Go work on your money mastery. It'll be the best decision you make. Have a fantastic day. Thanks a lot.